Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory 1.1, where today we're going to be automating aluminum. Now unfortunately, to unlock our aluminum production, we are going to need to complete phase 3. Looking here in a map, you can see that we have completed tiers 0 through 5, and the only thing we have left in tier 6 is just railway signaling. That's not important. We're going to need today phase 3 and phase... we're going to need phase 3, that unlocks tier 7 and 8. Now, we need to get those parts in the top right. You see those? Those frames that we had a while ago. And 2 new materials. Now, those are going to take absolutely forever to automate. Is what I would say if I haven't already gone aside and automated, kind of automated, both the parts. Now, down here in this area, you can see that we have a whole bunch of inputs over here and our 2 outputs, being the, what are they called? Adaptive control units and all of our modular engines. But now we can go ahead and take all of this, and I actually need to go run over to our steel factory to grab the last few. I think they're called versatile framework. I need to go grab a few of them. And here we are. Back at the space elevator, jump up. And we can now put in our last few versatile framework. Whew. You guys ready? All right, let's go.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub.
There it is.
In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself.
Oh.
It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues.
Wow, okay.
Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput?
I did not know that.
Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity?
I don't go to sleep.
Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Thanks, Ada. Now I can send it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just got an achievement. Complete phase 3 and, complete phase 3 at the space elevator. Man, they must really know how to stretch those resources. Oh.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Thanks, Ada. Love you too. Anyways, I guess I can try and show you on the map. I have already laid out an area of where we're gonna go. I think it might be time for Satisfactory Modeler. Opening Satisfactory Modeler, you can see the basic layout for the factory. So we're gonna run a train. We're gonna pick up a little bit of bauxite, a little bit of coal, and then we're gonna find some quartz somewhere. And then we're gonna get a little bit of water. Right, merge that. We're gonna get our alumina solution, and that's gonna come out. I know it's a little weird, but it's gonna come out over here, blah blah blah, into here, aluminum scrap, and then merge that with our silica, and then our aluminum scrap gets turned into aluminum ingots. We're gonna use some of those aluminum ingots along with some copper and make alclad sheets, and then we're gonna use, where is it? Right here, a little bit of the aluminum to make aluminum casing. But there's also the map. Now, I was thinking we take a train. The train goes, it starts right here, goes all the way down through all of these nodes, a little station at each, and then wrap it around, goes through here, and ends up somewhere right here where it unloads all of the bauxite and coal, and then we can take a one of our towers with conveyor belts, route that all the way up along this cliffside, and then build our factory right here. Somewhere about right here, we'd have to take it through there, wherever, and end up right here. So, we're gonna actually wait. Before we do that, we have to first unlock the items, or all of the aluminum. So, bauxite refinement, Hoverpack, logistics. Okay, this seems pretty easy. I will say that I really want the miner Mark IIIs. Oh, but we need fused modular frames and supercomputers for that. Okay. Let's just focus on this for now. Okay, I'm gonna go get the resources for this, and I'll meet you guys over there where we're gonna build the factory. Okay, and this is kind of where I was thinking we build the factory, in this general area. And I was gonna use my chainsaw to clear it all out, but we're not cavemen anymore. We have explosives. And... oh. Yeah, this could take a while.
A few minutes later.
Alright, and this should be the last one. Ah, shoot. Stop. Stop. Why are you exposing me? Anyways. I've, put down quite a few explosives now, and I guess the only thing we can do is watch. I don't even know how many it's been, but... oh gosh, my frames. Holy... well, that was fun. But now we've got most of this, at least top area, cleared off. I guess this will do. I guess we can have all of the machines up right here. And then we can have the train come down here, the resources up. Yep, I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision. And here we are, everyone. Now, I know it may not look the best. It's kind of just floating there. But there's no real easy way for me to, make it look nice right now, since this jetpack is not the best for situations like that. But hopefully soon we'll be able to get the Hoverpack, which I desperately want. Whatever though. I think we can at least start placing down all of our machines. Now, the first thing that I think we should do is actually, before we start putting down the machines, I think we should build the train right here. I left out a nice little spot. We can route the resources up right here. And we need to go get all of the bauxite, all of the coal. We'll scan that. I know that there is a little bit of quartz right there. Yep, there's 2 nodes. Go ahead and overclock those. And water is... I guess there's this big lake right here. But that's going to need a whole bunch of pumps. I think it'd just be easier to grab it from this little lake over here. Yeah, we can probably get this on the way. Probably right here at this coal node. So, I'm going to go ahead, set up the train. And I guess I'll meet you guys over at one of the nodes so I can show you guys how I set it up. Alright, and here we are at the coal node. Here is our bit of coal. It's an impure node, actually. And then here is our water. So I guess we can just take all of this, load it into the train, and then we'll be set on our merry way. So, first things first, we're probably going to want to set out our spot where we actually build the train platform. And I think right above this lake would do fine. I think I can make this look nice. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got a bit of an idea. So, all we're gonna need to do is set up... ooh, wait, that's actually gonna be... okay, we might need to build it over a little bit more to be kind of right here. Yeah. There we go. How are you still alive? And then we can put our miner right here. We'll go into our blueprints and look at our... where was it? conveyor tower. Go ahead and put this right here. And then hook this straight right into here. But instead of using a straight, we're going to use curved because it gives it a nice flowy feel. Duplicate this. Put another one. Shoot, I don't even know. Where can we even put another one? Maybe like there? Does this reach? Oh yeah, that's nice. And then we can just take this, connect it straight into there. And now we have all of our, what's it called? Coal dealt with. That looks a little bit ugly. It's fine. Hook power up right there. Hook the other end, or from the train station. And hook this directly into there. And we can hook this into our water extractors, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. I really wanted this to look good, and I think that looks pretty good. Now, unfortunately, there wasn't enough water here. I couldn't fit in enough extractors. I can maybe fit in a third, but I couldn't fit in a fourth right here with this design that I had. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to set up another water station, probably right there, or wherever the next coal node is. Not sure where that is. I know there's this right here. We're just at this one. All the way down here. Okay, we can easily set up 2 little extractors right there. And, oh, there's the, I guess I might as well show this to you real quick. This is our first platform. This is our, bauxite thing. So we have the train going in from the train station over there. Goes in, blah, blah, blah. Fills up with our bauxite, and then off to right here. Now, honestly, this is a pretty short train ride. But it's fine. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the resources because this is getting just a bit repetitive for you guys. Hello, everyone. And it's been a while, at least for me. Spent, sheesh, quite a few hours on this. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys something real quick about the quartz, or I guess just any resource in general. So here we have both of our miners, and we can go ahead and make them look real pretty with this paint color. I love it. But then we can go ahead and take this over to here, and oh no, we need to get all of this quartz all the way up there to the rest of the factory. Whatever will we do? All we need to do is just merge our inputs like this, and then bring our conveyor belt all the way over here. Connect a lift right here, and now we should be able to, if I can even get all the way up there, gotta climb this cliffside. Now we just go over here, let our jetpack refuel a little, and now we're over here, and you can probably see now, we can connect the conveyor lift to the conveyor hole right there. There we go. And this is actually just 114 of that, what's it called? Encased industrial brick or whatever. And the final step, we can go ahead and color that. And now we have all of our quartz done. Well, we still need to hook up power. And we still also need to, overclock it. It's fine. I guess the first thing that we can start on, and probably the easiest, the quartz and all of the silica, since we were kind of already working with it. Now, I'm not sure if this area is big enough, but I did make a few blueprints last night, like this one for all of our silica. And I think we need 3 of these blueprints. Looking at my notes here. No, we need way more than just 3. Okay. Ooh. We need 22 constructors, and each of those blueprints has 6. I swear in my notes I didn't need this one, or else I probably would have included more in the blueprint. Maybe I'm misremembering or something. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead, move this forward a bit. Right there. And that's 6, 12, and 18. Now all we need to do is just extend this platform a little. Anyways, I guess we have to connect up all of these conveyor belts. This is 18, so I guess we can just overclock the last few. So annoyingly enough, everything else that we're gonna need is gonna have to come from the train. Well, actually, other than the copper, I haven't actually set up a copper yet. I need to go see where nodes are. Ooh, that's kind of far. Where is that? It's like right there somewhere. Right there. Okay. So, gosh, we're gonna need to bring that over the water over here. And then I guess we can just bring it up over there as well. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go get the copper real quick. Ooh, power slug. And here is our bridge. I don't think it looks bad. I actually quite like it. I like the conveyor belt kind of winding up and down. And then it goes up here into there, and I still have to, you know, connect it, go up there. But it's fine, it's whatever. And then we just have to smelt that copper. And then we actually have to start with all of the aluminum, which I am not looking forward to at all. But nevertheless, eventually I'm gonna have to do it. One quick last thing before we actually do set up all of the machines. I want to make sure that we have enough resources first. I don't want to just try and turn on the whole factory at once like we've done before, because this involves a lot of water and a lot of like outputs and secondary outputs being reused. For example, in the foundry, in our aluminum, oh wait, never mind. Shoot. Like I was saying, in the refinery, we have our alumina solution, and we're making right here, or we're making our aluminum solution, but then we also need silica. So we have to take this silica and then reroute it, and we're gonna use this back into all of the machines. But this does mean that if our secondary output is over full, it's like overfilling, then the whole machine is just gonna die, basically. And now that our power is all hooked up, we should be able to just take a train, set it right here, put on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 cars. Now, open a train menu, timetable. We'll go bauxite 1, coal, bauxite, and then the drop off. Save changes, and turn on self-driving. Okay. Now, if everything goes smoothly, we should just go, or end up straight at the resources. And they should have turned on. Yep, like this one here. There's not going to be many resources there, but it's fine. And here we are after one full trip, full of all of our resources. Oh, wow. These carts are actually really full. Well, not the water, but it's fine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Holy. Oh, that scared me. Oh. Not too long ago, I was sitting on a train, like right here as it was getting full. And right as it took off, it just insta-killed me. Oh, that scared me. I didn't actually hook up these power lines, so the water is not going to go anywhere. Yep, all of our bauxite, all of our coal, and our water all being pumped up. All of our machines are idle, but that's just for now. Yep, we can already see all of the quartz is coming up. And eventually, yep, we can already see just barely all of the copper coming in as well, which is nice. And I don't know why I can see that, but it is really, really annoying me. Anyways, now we can actually start with all of the blueprints, which I did make all of the blueprints. Right here we have our aluminum scrap. Then we have our aluminum scrap. That shouldn't be aluminum scrap. Oh, no, this is aluminum. No, this is aluminum scrap. But this isn't aluminum scrap. I named this wrong. Yeah, this should be aluminum ingots. Whoopsies. Whatever, though. And here's our copper sheets. We don't need copper sheets for this factory. Do we? No, we need copper ingots. When did I make this? Whatever. Now, without further delay, we have to finally start building the factory. And that's going to start with our aluminum. This isn't aluminum scrap. Is this aluminum scrap? No, this should be alumina solution, right? No, this is. Okay, where's our alumina solution blueprint? Because we kind of need that one. Why didn't you go away? Oh, here it is. Right here, our alumina solution. This is 4 machines, and we need 2 of these for a total of 8 refineries in total. Let's see. I think this should be good. We can just route the water in from the top, route the bauxite in right there, and then all of our silica and solution comes out the front right here. Go ahead and put down both of these. Very nice. And we can go ahead and hook them up to each other. So it's been a few minutes, and I've went through a few revisions of the refineries, and I think I've finally set up with a system that I am decently proud with. One more thing that I might do is I might add a buffer up here somewhere and connect the water into the buffer at the end. So that way the water slooshes and it stays in the buffer instead of getting in the pipes and clogging them up. A whole bunch of really annoying stuff, but that's not too important. Really, what I wanted to talk about is how annoying it was. Well, yeah, I guess go back to the water, how annoying it was to set all this up. So I have each of the buffers, which are split evenly from our industrial buffer, right? Needs to make 480 water. This one needs to make 480 water. Well, picking that up from these two that are hooked up to those water extractors way far out. We need all of that, or each of that 480 water to go down, let's say this middle pipe right here, and then split off into these 3 machines. This machine needs 180, this machine needs 180, and this machine needs 120. Altogether, that makes 480 water. And that's the same thing for this one way down here. And the reason I have it set up this way is if I go ahead and open Satisfactory Modeler here, you can see that we have all of our, sorry, this is the wrong factory. Right here, we have our water coming in from our 8 extractors, making 960 water. And let's see, right here, it gets merged with another 480 water. That's going to be, that we're going to get as a byproduct. So it's 3 sets of 480 going into 3 machines each, and I have the one underclocked. Basically, be happy it works, okay? Because this was, and then we have this last pipe here that I need to hook up to the other, what's it called? Right here, to the aluminum scrap right here. However, this does mean that if any of our systems gets like overfilled or full or something, I don't know, and the byproduct of water in our aluminum scrap recipe, if this has nowhere to go, then it'll stop making the aluminum scrap. And that means that we won't make any aluminum, and that could be really bad if we're making, let's say, batteries, and we're using those batteries to power drones, and we're using those drones to transport nuclear fuel from some place to somewhere, and then our power grid shuts down. It's very interconnected, and you have to be extremely careful with what you do, which is why I'm trying my hardest to ensure that this factory works as well as I can make it work. Oh yeah, and there is the 2 sets of bauxite, so we have 480 on this line up here, and then another 480 right here, which goes into these machines. And I guess we could turn these on, but I'm going to wait for that. The next thing we need is our next blueprint, which is our aluminum scrap. Fortunately, I'm out of steel pipes, and the only place to get more steel pipes is all the way back at base, which is really, really far that away. Which is why I think it's finally time to enlist one of my favorite things about this game, and that is the hypertubes, which I don't have enough pipes for. Hold on. Like I was saying, the hypertubes. So now I think has to be this way, and we should be able to back it up just a little bit like this, and put another entrance right here. Come on. Come on. That seems good. And just need to give it a little bit of power. Right there seems good. Oh yeah. This is what I like to say. Hopefully I built this right, and hopefully it's enough to get us home. You guys ready? It's not even centered. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, that was kind of disappointing. Oh. Okay, hopefully this is a little bit better. I'm completely out of pipes. Whew. 3, 2, 1, go. It's a little bit better, I guess. It's at least faster than just walking. But the way back is gonna be painful. Hopefully this one's a little bit better, and should get us all the way up there. Holy, might just be a slight overshot. Whoa. Man, hypertubes are so much fun. Oh yeah, we can see all of our train stations now. That's cool. We can see there's our old coal plant. There's the giant heavy modular frame factory. Steel plant. Right there is the, what's it called? Sheesh, I forgot. What's that for? Oh yeah, for our motors and automated wiring. That right there is for all of the explosives and stuff that we did last episode. It's a giant hole in the ground. An even bigger hole in the ground. A nitrogen gas deposit. And now we're touching the ground. Okay, with everything being hopefully good now, the next thing that we have to do is set up our aluminum scrap production. And this should just be as simple as plopping down this one blueprint. Let's see, where do I want to put this? I could just put it right here. Nah, I'm gonna move this over a bit more. Try and get it like way over here, because we're gonna need to put coal in here. Seems good to me. Yep, set that up right there. And we need 960 aluminum solution. Okay. And then 480 coal. Coal is just right here. Quickly set that up if we needed to. But I want to worry about the alumina solution. So let's see. We can divide that up into 480 each for each 2 machines. 240, 240, 480. Then go ahead and split this right here. And now the issue is, how do we load balance alumina solution? Okay, 120, 240, and then 80. Okay, that's annoying. I guess we could just take these two 120, right? Merge them with these two of 120, and take this 80 and merge it with all of those. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I can make it look decent enough. And just on the sunrise, we are connecting up our very last belt, which should go right there. And now we have all of our aluminum scrap production done, I think. So this machine is actually a little bit, or this blueprint is a little weird. Because of our restrictions on belt size, the outputs are actually so great that we just had to split it in multiple different belts. So even though these belts can carry 480, it'd be too much to have to underclock some and do a whole bunch. It's too much. We can just have one simple line, 360 going out, and then we have our 4 pipes of 120 that are all going down here, getting merged, or having a spot to, you know, sit and buffer up, and then they go into these 3 refineries. which does mean that these 3 refineries cannot and will not activate unless those machines work. And those machines will only work if these machines work. But these machines will get to full of the stuff because, yeah, it's a whole lot. Whatever though. The next thing that we have to do is our aluminum scrap. Now we need 8 of these blueprints. I guess I can go ahead and explain what's happening now. So we take in, let's see, yeah, we take in our silica from the quartz and the byproduct we're making from those refineries. Merge those together, blah, blah, blah. And we take in some of our aluminum scrap along this top path or bottom path, whatever, doesn't matter. And then out we get our aluminum ingots. This is like the final step, really. And then we just take those aluminum ingots and we can craft our outclad sheets or our casings if we really want. And now we should be able to... I don't know where I'm going to put these, actually. It's wrong to blueprint. And it seems this area was actually a little bit bigger than what I needed. We really only need this top area here. And speaking of this top area here, I think I might be able to squeeze in a few machines down there. I'm going to put this one right here, I think. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a bad spot. So we just need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think we should just be able to do another line of 4. Let's see. 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then shoot. We gotta wait for the encased piping to build up. However, I am going to build all of this, hook up all the wires, not wires, outputs and inputs, and I'll be back in a minute. And here we are. The what's it called is all done. The actual aluminum ingots, and then we have, or at least we should have, half of our ingots coming out right here, and then the other half are going to be over there, and we can route those directly into our what are they called? Outclad sheets and the aluminum casing. And I think we're going to go ahead and put that right here. But they're real simple, and this video is long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and do it real quick. And there are our outclad sheets and casing. And I did go ahead and hook that up over here. So we have our casing going straight into the depot. I don't actually think that we need casing to build stuff, so I'm actually going to remove this depot. But on this side, with the outclad sheets, we're going to be using a lot of outclad sheets for all of our conveyor belts. So I did actually put 2 right here, which right now gives us a speed of 120 per minute. But as we keep upgrading the upload rate, it should be fine. And we might be able to get rid of 1, but it's fine. We can just keep it. So yeah, all of our copper gets merged in with the aluminum. Smart splitter right here, so all of it goes into the machines first, and then the rest goes over here, meets in this storage container, and then splits off into the 2 sinks. Now, I do think that we are ready to turn on the entire factory, so it should just be as simple as this one power line right here. Okay. Ooh, actually, one thing I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure how we're doing on... Oh yeah, we're not doing too well on power. We're producing 11,500-ish, and we're currently using 9,200 with a max consumption of 15,000. That is not good. We could, I guess, go over to our equipment factory and turn off the sink. And because all of our storage containers are full, that will cause the entire factory to turn off, pretty much. We could turn off, like, I guess, the motor and automated factory, or automated wire factory. But I just hope that we can turn this entire thing on without our power grid crashing and dying. And it looks like all of our outputs are... Okay, yep. Our alumina solution is building up, and I hope that I built this right. Should all go up into here. That's weird. Why did I build it like this? Why? Because it's going to be so weird with all the pipes. Yeah, because... Wait, what? The pipe has to go through here, go into here. It has to sploosh and splash right here. And then sploosh and splashes right here again with another input. Then there's a three-way junction going up. It's not going to want to go up. And then I guess it's fine right here because it goes into here and then it has this at the very end. Okay, I hope it works. But our alumina scrap, there it is, should be already going in. We should already have, yep, there's our ingots. And they're already going, I didn't turn this. Didn't set up the frickin' thingy. Gotta set this to any and set this to overflow. And now we should have all of our materials being crafted. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I just have to hope that our water, you know, our outputs and such, doesn't get overfull. And it looks like it's fine for now. Sitting at the 100... seems like we just need our alumina solution to build up. And what's stopping that? Water. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I remember these 3 refineries aren't going to turn on whatsoever until the water from these goes back around and goes into here. I remember. Is there at least some in the buffer? Okay, there is. Is there an easy way I could fix this real quick? I could put in another junction right here. And that'll let the water coming in to go into these machines. Yep, now they're turning on. There we go. Very, very nice. Alright. I'm going to let everything run for a minute. And then hopefully, when we come back, we should have a whole bunch of aluminum casing and our alclad sheets. Yep, we already have them. We can... Oh wait, we still have to unlock Mark V belts. Ah, so annoying. Hopefully, though, we should be able to unlock the Hoverpack and the belts. That's really just... I need it. I need it. And finally, after, what, like 11 episodes, we have the Logistics Mark V. We can go ahead and put in all the resources and launch it off. How long is that going to take? Because I really want the Hoverpack. Oh, only 5 minutes? That's not that bad. Yeah, whatever. Skip that Hoverpack. Yes, it's finally back. And now we can do... There we go. Hoverpack. Launch. Yada, yada, yada. I don't care. I need Hoverpack. I need it. Where is it? How do I get Hoverpack? Yes, I can craft it. Craft. Oh, thank God. You don't know how much of a lifesaver this thing is going to be for builds. How much I've needed this. And now... Oh! Holy, this is so nice. So now if I'm building, I can just, you know, stay up here instead of having to, you know, hover and do this with a jetpack. And oh my God, this is... Holy, this is so nice for building factories. Wow, you don't understand. Holy. Ugh. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. If you enjoyed, why don't you go check out last episode when we automated our explosives.